Heinech's older brother Joseph was a priest and the first Dostal to arrive in America in 1896. 2 years later, he asked Heinech to come to America to help teach at the Czech parochial school. In 1898, Heinech Dostal joined his brother in Spillville, Iowa. Spillville is located in the northeastern corner of the state of Iowa, near the Turkey River. Within a 10-mile radius of Spillville, you'll find the towns of Little Turkey, Fort Atkinson, Protivin, Kalmar, and Decorah. Spillville hadn't been a town for very long when the Dostals arrived. In 1849, a Bavarian immigrant, Joseph Spielman, settled on a piece of land near the Little Turkey River in northeastern Iowa. He built a grist mill and subsequently added a sawmill. These photos of the mill were taken around Heinech Dostal's time. Today, the mill looks much as it did a century ago. The small community obtained the name Spillville, which was later Americanized to Spillville. For several years, Spielman had few neighbors, but by 1854, several German, Swiss, and about 20 Czech families had moved into the area. From this time on, Spillville would remain a predominantly Czech community. The first Czech families to arrive in Spillville did so purely by chance. Most were headed to Cleveland, but by the time they arrived, the land in that area was occupied, causing many to head to Winneshiek County where the land was still available. Throughout the 1860s, development of Spillville continued. A hotel, a brewery, and 2 churches were built. Today, St. Wenceslas is the oldest standing Czech church in the United States. In 1871, the parochial schoolhouse was built. It can be seen on the left of this photo. St. Wenceslas stands on the right. By 1870, Spillville had a population of 336, but by the 1880s, the population had stopped increasing. Today's population is about the same as a century ago. A local photographer, Charles Andera Sr., took this panoramic view of Spillville around 1893. The 2 men on the left are Dostals, but unrelated to my family. The small boy on the right is Albert Andera. From this vantage point, both St. Wenceslas Church and the parochial schoolhouse are visible. The barn, just above and to the left of the center figure, displays a poster that most likely advertises an Indian medicine show. This is what Main Street looked like around 1893. The brick structure on the left would eventually house Anton Dvorak during his visit. Spillville's Silver Cornet Band was also photographed around this time. The band was said to have been organized by Frank Novak. He's the 3rd man from the left on the top row. He eventually married Heinech's sister, Ludmilla. This photo of Church Street was taken on August 15, 1899, after Holy Mass. Note that men are mainly on the right side of the street and women on the left. A Buffalo Bill Wild West poster can also be seen on the side of the Hagg's store shed. The Hagg grocery store was a center of activity. The wooden sidewalk seen in this picture would indicate that the photo was taken around Father Joseph's time. Here, in 1910, ice blocks are made just above the Spillville Mill. Today, Spillville remains a quiet town that retains much of its Czech character. In the town center, there's a bandstand dedicated to war veterans. Just on the outskirts of town, you'll find the Inwood Ballroom, a frequent stop for many musicians during the big band days. A mural depicts the town as it appeared in 1893. The horses have been replaced by cars, and the wooden sidewalks have given way to concrete. Still, many of the original buildings stand, and not much has changed in the centuries since the Dostal family first arrived.